Held on long, I couldn't let go. Now looking down, heading home. He held your hand, calling out your name. She held your hand, thinking of your name. The bow went down, we held our breath. Taking on water, vessel in distress. Exhale slowly, finally at rest. I call you, I need you. One day you come home. We all felt abandoned. New world abandoned.
It's crazy.
Here we go. Whoa, that was fast. That was fast. We're here.
Hello.
What ominous intro music we found ourselves with. It's interesting. This is the Crooked Timbers, and it looks like a project that Zach Zeller worked on. He featured on the first one. This is a playlist of Zach Zeller's songs and collaborations that I found. And now this song is playing us in.
It's exciting. I like it. It's very fitting.
Never heard it before.
Neither have I. You always allow me to explore new music when I hear your live streams.
Yeah, I like to keep it fresh. And today, I'm battling this light, guys. I'm battling this light. Today, instead of rocking the North State Noise playlist, I decided to find somebody else's playlist and put it on for the sake of hearing something new. And that we surely did. Welcome to the Reading Sound. This is like a live stream podcast. And today we have Abigail Young, my friend, collaborator, neighbor. The list goes on.
Yeah, we're neighbors. That's fun.
What's up?
Oh, nothing much, you know? I mean, living in downtown is a totally different feeling. I walk everywhere I go now. I kind of refuse to, like, drive my car.
Dude, my fun fact, my battery's dead in my car. I just got back from Boston. I must have left, like, a light on or something. And I just haven't really had the need to fix it yet or, like, get it jumped. Like, it's a simple jump, I imagine. You know, red and black, vroom, vroom. The car would start up, battery recharges itself, and you move on. But yeah, I've just been walking around downtown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm so used to like driving 20, maybe 40 minutes into town. Now that I'm everywhere, I'm like, why would I take my car out for like two minutes?
That's actually
why not walk?
That's actually how I got you on the show, was just like seeing you walking from my balcony, and I said, "Yo, Abby, hey."
It was like 10:30 o'clock at night, and I'm just like doing laps. Just doing my phone calls with my family and just doing laps, because why not?
Dude, I'm less of a lap guy, and I'm more of like a frantic pace, or like lean up against a wall, or like climb up on like a raised surface, like and like, you know, like get like slight like tightrope walk on like a curb.
Something to focus your brain a little bit. Yeah.
But I do love the idea of laps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just got to be in the same synchronicity to be able to focus. Because I can't walk and talk at the same time. It's really hard. But if I'm doing the same thing, then I'm in a loop and like I can focus.
I feel like that's probably why the military does like the left, right, left, you know, like just something to wrap your brain around that's so easy to become automatic that you just probably like channel some sort of like flow state.
Absolutely. I used to do marching band, and that took a lot of brain effort.
Oh,
you had a sequence that you had to follow, and on top of that, playing something you had to memorize, and then just to be on beat, be on time.
I don't think I ever did like the marching band. I played band, but yeah, okay, so synchronized stepping, synchronized playing, and also
pivot.
trying to sound dynamic and good, right?
Oh yeah, and I was the piccolo player, so I kind of controlled the whole band.
Woo, piccolo! That's
yeah.
I actually don't know if I'm very familiar with that instrument.
It's like the flute, but it's super tiny and very annoying. And it gave me so much power. That's why I liked it.
Us producers would say, it's not annoying. It just really cuts through the mix.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta find the right spot for
I
that.
trumped the trumpet players, and that was my goal.
Woo-wee. We're taking back the word Trump, folks. We're taking it back today. Hey, let's take a look, and I love to see if anyone's tuning in, and guess what? We're alone here.
We're alone.
But are we really?
Nah.
Are we really? I don't think so. I have not felt, you know, I get my solitude, but I don't ever really feel alone here. There's so much going on, and I have so much to look forward to in my solitude. I just kind of think about the fun things coming up, and then you're not alone anymore, you know?
It's true, yes. And I truly don't mind being alone. I don't mind being in silence. I can be in like hours of silence without anything and be totally content. You look at me like I'm insane.
No, I was just gonna kind of play with some silence for a bit. I'm sorry, that must have been terrible for you. Not great for a podcast, but great for oneself, I think.
Yeah.
Silence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all need it.
Oh, man, it makes me want to just like be out in the mountains.
Yeah. 'Cause
like the kind of silence that I like is, it's less of a silence and it's more of a stillness, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
'Cause without like going into like an isolation booth. And even then, I've heard that people that like put themselves in like noise deprivation chambers, after like 10 minutes or something, it goes from silence into like you start hearing like the frequencies that are always ringing in your ears.
Have
like from
you heard
damage
of
and
those
stuff.
like, I don't know what they're called. I call them space pods, but they're like the saltwater like baths almost that like close you in.
I don't know if I've heard of
you
that.
can like choose to see like the stars, or you can have pitch black and you float.
Is it for sleeping?
No, it's like for meditation.
Do you feel like you're floating, or are you floating?
I've never been in one. I heard there's like a salon that does it in Chico.
That's
I
not
really want to
far.
try it.
That's not far. And I feel like for anybody who's listening to this, Chico doesn't really sound that far away.
No.
And apparently you can go meditate in a booth and look at various things and feel like you're floating.
Stars, you can just look at pure blackness. It's just supposed to be silent, and then like the anti-gravity of it all, and you're just like floating in time and space.
I feel like it's only a quick Google search to figure out how much this costs to do.
True.
But I want to go. I'm kind of under the impression right now that we all need to like figure out ways to experience the things that we're interested in. And when you hear about something like this, man, I think about all the people that actually took the plunge, no pun intended, and just like jumped into these things. And because there's something there. There's something there. I wonder how much time you get inside of.
I think it's like you can start with 30 minutes and you can go up to 2 hours.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of us take for granted like what even 30 minutes can be. 30 minutes can pass in an instant if you're just like doing whatever. But if you're like really locked into the zone and you're just like, you're in it for the purpose, 30 minutes is a lot of time. Like think about like being a musician that's like on like a massive stage opening for like Paul McCartney or something, and you have like the most captive audience of all time. 30 minutes, every one of those seconds or microseconds would just be like the most important of your life.
Yes.
You'd be held so accountable.
Yes. And we take in so much, and then we remember the small things. And I mean, I think it's crazy that nowadays people just like waste time, me, myself included, waste time on scrolling for hours. And it's like, why didn't I just take that time to be human?
I kind of think that's kind of why I found myself on like this style of platform. Like we're making something that encourages somebody that's scrolling to click on. But if you click on this when it's live and it's happening, then you're not just like scrolling, you're like kind of teleporting into this room with us, and then there's like room for engagement.
Absolutely. We're hanging out.
It's not perfect, it's not ideal, we're not like all at a show together collaborating, but we're at least opening up a channel of communication. Because I know that whatever the next big show is, you're gonna be costuming it at some point, and maybe I'll be like working on it or there to watch it or a part of it, and so can everybody else. So we're kind of just sitting in time together right now in anticipation of the next thing, but we can also have a good time in the present.
It's true. The present is all we have.
Because like, what do? We haven't even really talked about you. Like, obviously you're a designer and a costumer, and more than that, with the Reading Fashion Alliance now.
Yeah, I actually just got promoted, so I'm interim executive director. I keep saying designer because I'm a designer my whole life.
Interim executive director.
Yes.
Executive director of a nonprofit is that's like a big title. That's kind of like, obviously you have forces, we all have forces that hold our executive directors accountable. We have boards, we have branches, we have different things. But in terms of the Reading Fashion Alliance, that kind of puts you in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's like the title that you get when you're in charge.
Absolutely. Well, I guess it makes it easier that I've kind of gone through all the steps with the Reading Fashion Alliance. Started out as just applying to be in one of their fashion shows, to being an emerging designer with them, and then also getting hired on to just do, manufacturing jobs or just sewing here and there, and then started the lead alterations of it. And just kind of, I was able to play around. I think that's what's really fun, is that I can kind of do, if I have the talent, if I have the ability, and you have the confidence for things, then you can kind of do whatever you want. And that's what we're looking for.
So you've had all these roles and titles. How long have you been with RFA?
I started back in 2017, but
That-
I was employed in 2021. So.
Okay. Well, 2017, 2021, that makes sense. Like 2017, that's 4 years being a part of it, leading to employment, and then that's another 3 years, being there like all the time, working, leading to this opportunity. So that all seems to track. And while we're talking business, I think it'd be fun to like pull up just like some of the stuff that we've talked with, and we can actually start with like a personal thing, which is fun. So if we go here, we can take a look whilst still existing. And this is a fun photo because this is a view from your new place.
Yeah, my very first apartment I've ever had.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
It's so cool looking. You have the body mannequin, which looks like fancy. Like it looks like one of those ones you can like stick needles in or something.
Kind of. I mean, I took it from work.
Oh yeah, nice.
But I just use it every now and then. But yeah, it's basically the extent of my life. And then I maybe have a cot I'm sleeping on right now. But that's all I really need.
That's really cool. It's the kind of the exact opposite of, well, that's where I started. Not like saying that you're starting. I mean, you just moved into a new place, and new places are inherently empty. My place was also very empty, and then I just like made a bunch of art, and I love seeing a canvas there because I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's no better feeling than like hanging a piece on a wall or something.
It's true. Although that's a commission work, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm getting into portraits of animals that have passed.
That seems niche.
Yeah, so that one's a sugar skull, kind of inspired pit bull, because the person who was the owner of that pit bull was very much into sugar skull and Mexican heritage, and so it's, so my first commission work, I guess.
Right on.
Yeah.
I have only sold one piece, and I think I've put up like 4, but I've never been commissioned, and that is a really cool feeling. I've been commissioned to do like audio stuff, and
cool.
It's a cool feeling when people like recognize a skill and see like
and they want it.
And they want it. Yeah, I love that. Okay, look, we have so many tabs open. I'm ready for the next one. This is just you. It's your new profile picture, and you look so beautiful.
Thank you. I kind of just, the fun thing, so I don't really like tie myself down to one identity. Like I allow myself to go with the flow of whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm going through, and I allow my personality and my physical sense to adapt to that. So this is my ethereal, like, I guess a Duchess era, if you must.
Yeah, I love the ethereal word there, because that's definitely coming through. Gosh. And is that also from new apartment? Is that like sunshine?
Oh yeah, I was basking in the sun on the ground in my apartment.
So good. Next image. Here we go. Whoa, I recognize the outfit.
Yeah, I gotta get my money's worth out of it,
Yeah, one of a kind type of Barbie.
That was a lot of fun. That was for the Reading Rancheria big fundraiser that they did for the year. And so the Reading Fashion Alliance and I, we created Barbie outfits, like for actual Barbies, and sold them for auction. And then we were able to sit on the balcony, and we all dressed up, and we all went out representing the Fashion Alliance, and it was just really fun to bond with like all of the designers.
Yeah,
I wish all of them could be there.
Was that on March 5th when you posted it? Was that like the same day?
Oh no,
No, that was way back.
Probably like a week before that.
Okay. Dude, it's just so cool looking. I love this one.
Find that look.
Yeah, and it's just a fun collage. Oh my gosh. Is this something you made?
Yes. So that was actually do you know Patience?
Patience Lee Randolph?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Patience. She just moved.
Musician. Yeah. She commissioned me for her design that she had kind of in her head of this music video she wanted to do that was based. I don't know how much I can actually talk about it.
Yeah, sure thing.
Just because I don't know, but she commissioned me for it, and she had an idea, and she had kind of parameters she wanted to stay in and what she felt comfortable in and what she felt like she can look her best in. And then I did a sketch for her, and then just started to create it. And I actually almost killed myself with that one because I didn't know. I was burning all of the fabric, right? And most of it is polyester. And so I went into my work bathroom and just started lighting it up. And then I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. And it was like probably 45 minutes of burning.
Gnarly burning plastic.
And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to be smarter next time.
Yeah. Dude, well, that's cool. I was trying to zoom in. I guess I went one step too small when I opened up all these, and I just opened up the post and I didn't open up like the image in a tab because I wanted to be able to give ourselves the opportunity to like zoom in a little bit. 'Cause look at that. That's so badass. It kind of gives me like, you know, like this is the kind of thing that would be done in like a movie or something when you have like two outfits and one's getting all like torn up or something, and then like eventually they're like playing the rest of the movie in like a scuffed up, scorched version or something.
Distressing an outfit is a totally weird feeling because it's like you create something beautiful and then you gotta burn it up.
So you did the original dress creation and then you also did the scorching?
Yeah.
That's badass. Where do you get all your fabrics and stuff?
Actually, I just got it from the Fashion Alliance.
Yeah, so you have like
we
a
just
stock.
had back stock from donations that we got from the community, and I was able to pull from that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you posted about it because now there's a photo and I can see it, and anyone else who hasn't seen it can also now see it. Yo, welcome to the stream.
Ooh,
Amanda Casabria says hi. Yeah. Hey, Amanda, what's up?
Oh, hello, friend.
So yeah, we're looking at Abby's this dress that Abby was made for patients, which is great. And oh my gosh, all these things.
Ren Rainbow right there. She's also a local designer.
Oh, she is?
Absolutely.
We should talk about her because I don't know her. So
yeah, she is just really a fun one. Like all the design, we have 28 fashion designers in Reading. 28, and I think I'm missing some, so we probably got to get closer to like 30, maybe 34.
28 fashion designers in the Reading Fashion Alliance.
Yeah, just in Reading that create clothes.
Oh.
And they sell, or they just do it for hobby, or you know, they do lots of different styles. So this is Ren Rainbow, and her style is it's avant-garde. It's
Is
pops
that
of color.
Is that a design of her creation, or like that that she like? Oh, obviously
I'm
she
not
curated it, right? At least she either designed or just curated these pieces and put together a really fun looking outfit here, at least.
Yeah, we were kind of like the same stock of Barbie that you know, some little girl would want, but that's a little wacky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because our color combos were kind of the same.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Love it.
One of my favorites.
Look at this is a photo of me that I pulled up.
The Elephant Man.
The Elephant Man. So this is John Merrick, and I think the photo kind of turned out a little more green. I think the actual costume is a little more blue.
It's true. Yeah.
But I like kind of how the photo turned out. Just because for some reason this photo, like between what I think like my eyes aren't really popping too much, but this. What do we call it? Ascot?
Your ascot, yeah.
And this was actually, we used this same,
the vest.
We used the same vest in The Play That Goes Wrong.
Play That Goes Wrong. Oh, your Play That Goes Wrong character was awesome.
Jonathan Haversham, or Charles Haversham, Jonathan Harris.
Yeah. That was such a fun one.
I'm actually having Tyler Lockamy on tomorrow, so I'm sure that we're going to talk about The Play That Goes Wrong, and we'll probably even talk a little bit about The Elephant Man as well. Man,
incredible
you did
work.
Such cool one. Oh, if Amanda's in the chat, then boom, look.
Boom, Amanda girl.
Amanda, we're looking at you.
Good.
We're looking at you. Look at that. And look at these guys. This was actually like the kind of creepy Elephant Man costume that you made for me, which was like the bag over the head.
Yeah, just water and glue, and then morphed it.
How was it like designing for the pinheads? Because I think what you ended up with turned out like really freaking cool.
Yeah, that was actually a really hard. I almost got stumped, and I rarely get stumped because usually there's like too many thoughts in my brain, and like I have to narrow it down. So when it was like, where do I even start? And then I just kind of, was reading the script more, and, they seem to be cohesive, and they do things in chanting, they do things in unison.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, they all it's got to be unnerving and, like, collected and as one. So, and then...
that's how they were directed, kind of, too. They had, like, head movements that were at the same time. They all laughed at the same time. Yeah.
But then you also got to, like, have some diversity because they're also crazies.
Yeah, because there is diversity. Like Pam has ruffles. It looks like black. Was that just that day or was?
Yeah, that was just that day. But some of them
shoot.
have like jumpsuits, and then some of them have dresses, and they're also like the colors are all mismatched. Maybe the sleeves are longer on one. They just all look a little bit different, but the hats are the same because they're coneheads.
Yeah.
Or pinheads.
Yeah. That was cool.
It was fun to watch them.
Hey there, welcome to the chat. We're doing the Reading Sound. We're here with Abby, and we're just kind of taking a little trip down memory lane, at least what was just immediately on Facebook. And I love this photo. So you designed the dress that Clarissa Wentworth is wearing on the December cover of Enjoy the magazine, which is probably like the coolest issue you could design, because like December in Reading like enjoys the place to go to like enjoy the store at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And in our past executive director for the Reading Fashion Alliance was Yvonne Mazzata, and she did such great work with us, and I'm just so appreciative of her time that she gave to us, and she really helped support me too and my endeavors. And so I was not expecting this at all when she asked me if we can use this dress. And I was there at the shoot, and just to see it come alive and people who created the set and Clarissa, is that her name?
Yeah,
how
Clarissa.
she just embodied it and she felt good in the dress.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun to see that in action.
Clarissa's one of my favorite people. She works with like Reading Bike Share, and she's just always like, out and about, being active, hanging out in the community. I just like always see her, and she's always rocking that same smile and has such an interesting sense of humor. Yeah, she's just so fun.
Yeah. I enjoy happy people.
Yeah, she's a total blast. So, la-di-da-di-da, hello Livestream. I wanted to do a fun little bit. And okay, slow it down, Daniel. Slow it down. Abby.
Yes.
I was talking to one of your friends recently, and I was like, oh, Abby's gonna be on the stream, and
oh man, what friend?
It doesn't matter. But I was like, I like to get people gifts, and I had like some ideas. Because, like, you can buy a gift, or I can, like, try and repurpose something. But I'm like, what does Abby really want? I was like, I could get her fabrics. Obviously, you have fabrics, like, so what do you get somebody? And one of your friends said, just a bottle of red wine.
I know who you're talking about.
Just a bottle of red wine. So I found one that looked
funny.
Fun. And this one
girl.
is very reminiscent of Elephant Man. And just cool costumes. So freak show bottle of wine for the segment. Gift time.
Man. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you to the friend that apparently knew me. Got it right.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me.
You're welcome, and thanks for being on the show. Time is just so weird. Like having if you hold on, where's my graphic. The little graphic over here. Tyler Lockamy's on tomorrow, and I don't think I've seen the guy since our show's been over.
Oh, really?
And
well, he's doing another show, isn't he?
He's doing another show.
Yeah.
And so, like, I get to see him tomorrow, and like we run into each other, but this might turn into the longest time we've ever been in like the same room, just like actually talking. I don't take these moments for granted, so I want to just like,
other than yelling at each other from the balcony.
exactly. and those moments are priceless, and I wish we
They
could
are.
capture that candidly somehow, but why? But I just I think thank you for your time.
For sure. Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, well, we're still going. That's
Still
just,
going.
That's just a segment.
just
That is
appreciation.
gift time. And I do have my other gift just pales in comparison. My other gift is okay. I'll just show you something.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a gift.
Okay. I like a good visual.
Yeah, good visual. Amanda says, I just got a bottle of Freak Show to celebrate Elephant Man. I had a friend buy me a bottle of Freak Show to celebrate Elephant Man, but it was a different kind.
Why are we all not celebrating it together? Suspense.
Okay, so I was like, I didn't want to just like get you fabric, but I like have like an interesting. I think this is an interesting like Goodwill find, and it's not because it's anything flashy. It's actually from the complete lack of flash. It's just
Lack of
it's
flash.
it's just like it says like cold wool nylon.
It's wool. Mixed with nylon. Okay, okay.
But it's just like it's like almost like a military jacket. Like it
Yeah.
has like this spot here, and I can just imagine someone looking at this like it's like a blank slate.
Yes,
that's
you can
like
upcycle that.
that's ready to be turned into something cool. And if any part of you is like, oh yeah, I could make something cool with that, or I'd like to have it, then it's yours. Otherwise, it just goes back.
Well, how
on the
about
shelf.
I upcycle it and then give it back to you?
I was
and
afraid
then
you would.
can wear it.
I was afraid you would say that, not because that's not what I want to happen, but because I don't want you to feel like you're leaving with like a chore.
No, because this is like an art project. You know how like, there's things that you do for work and, you get paid to do it for work. You have an objective of it, or not objective. You have a goal. But this is just like freedom. It has no boundaries. It has no limits.
And what I love about it is because I felt the same thing. When I picked it up, I was like, this contains freedom. I found it. I was going to put patches all over it, but I have a different thing I'm going to use for the patch project. But what I thought was funny is that it feels and looks like freedom, but it also feels and looks very much like some sort of military jacket, which I know most people would associate with freedom, but I associate it with, peace and conflict, peace.
Oh yeah, there's
peace
like
all the way.
the other part of it being punk.
Yeah.
Most oftentimes surplus stuff that gets upcycled. I have a lot of pieces like that that are just like punked out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then now knowing you, like, I'm actually kind of excited for this because it's going to be something that's going to blow you out of the water.
All right. Well, there's lots more wine coming, I suppose, because that's apparently the only thing I know how to get you other than that, which is coming back to me. So I need to get you something else. Well, that's what I got for gifts. But there's still like so. Sometimes I'm kind of like, what's the rush? But also like, we have our word of the day, which is diversity. And I think we mentioned the word. What spurred me to choose diversity for the word of the day was you were talking about like the diversity of the things that you do.
Yeah. It's so much. It's like,
especially adding in a new title of like executive director on top of what was already like a very diverse lifestyle.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what comes with being a director is that your art kind of goes on a back burner. Because my mind is kind of always, it's going for how can I benefit my group? How can I benefit the community that has been built here? And how can I make us all be seen? But this is giving me such a more purpose than I could ever imagine. And it's been, I think, what I've been missing. And now almost knowing each and every single designer and really knowing what they do. And there's such a vast majority of them. I just want to do so many crazy, wacky events, and engages all of them in their own weirdness.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we think of fashion, a lot of people will go straight to, I don't know, what Hollywood portrays as fashion.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like, you got Gucci, you got this and that and this, and it's boring, it's flat. But truly being a fashion designer, it's just like being an artist. You're taking something from 2D to 3D and putting it on a human and seeing how people react to it.
I love hearing you talk about this. It's like hearing somebody that like really likes theater talk about theater, or really likes any other artistic subject. We're doing more than like listening to Tyler Lockamy talk about movies. His podcast is called Hollywood is Dead. He's talking about like the poppermost of the toppermost, what's being produced under these, you know, giant budgets, and being like, is this the future of cinema? Is this the best we can do? And the answer is no.
No, because it's capped. It's like there's like a limit that they put on themselves.
You guys want to see the best movie I've ever seen? That's an overstatement, but
I want to see. What's your favorite movie? Because I'll share mine.
It's not my favorite movie, but it is absolutely fantastic. And there's like a YouTuber, since we're on the platform of YouTube, there's a YouTuber, Joel Haver, and he used to release a short form, like a short film every week, and he did it for years. But this year he said, I'm changing. I'm going to release a short film every month. Or not a short film, a feature film every month. And so he put out one yesterday, and it's called The Text, and it's shot in like a one-shot style. It's a 48-minute movie, and that's
so cool,
and
though.
you can just see how low budget it is, but how real and how good and visceral this movie was. And it just makes me think about it. I feel like it's the cycle of the world. You read history, and empires rise and empires fall, but it's not always political empires. Sometimes it's social empires. Yeah. And we have social empires in cinema and in television and in video games and in music, and you name it. But while those empires rise and fall, there's always that underlying struggle from the masses that are like, we want freedom, and it's up to us to express our freedom through the arts. And until we express it, there'll be no documentation that it's possible. We have to prove that it's possible, that we can go beyond what is the status quo. Absolutely. And I see it in what you're wearing. I just like, you don't see people wear stuff like that, and it works. Well, it's like storytelling. I mean, we truly are kind of like all Sims characters, so why not wear something that's mixed match? Why not wear something that's super bizarre and you're telling a story? And that's what I love about costume design, because I love creating worlds. I'm like, a lot of the world is so boring, but then when I see these gems that are just wearing your shirt that you have on right now, I'm like, yes, I need to see this. Well, I definitely, and I don't know why my eyes are working like this, but I think when I look at us in this bubble, maybe it's because I have a black chair behind me. Maybe, but like, I feel like you pop. I feel like I'm kind of sinking, but that's okay.
No, you just haven't shown your wings.
I just haven't.
You got wings.
I got wings on. Yeah, I got wings, and it's better if I actually button the arms. But yeah, I got wings, and you know what? It's kind of fun if I sit up in this chair like this.
Yeah.
We went for fashion today, and I'm happy about it.
Oh, me too. I mean, truly, when I go to work, though, I just wear all black, and usually it's like sweatpants or a cut-off shirt, just because I used to, when I worked as an alterationist, I'd crawl over the ground, and, you know, I'd be doing a lot of labor-intensive work, and I just didn't have time to wear heels or, you know, something extravagant. But when I get these events to go to, which, by the way, we're going to be doing an event in November. It's going to be at the IOOF Hall. In
November?
Yeah.
So you're planning out there.
I'm planning. This is going to be my first gala fashion show that I will be putting on.
In November? And I feel like is it like a Saturday? Is it like a Friday?
Oh, I think
you know?
I think it's a Friday. It's November 9th.
Yeah, I feel like that's far enough out where like, but cool.
Yeah.
And forgive me if you already said it. Do you have a theme?
No. So that's like my biggest block right now that I'm kind of trying to figure out, because I don't really like putting borders on art. I really don't. And the fact that we have 28 designers that all have such different unique things, I don't want to put a border on it.
And you're gonna it's gonna be a cumulative one. It's gonna be 28 designers showing off.
I want every single one of them to be there.
Yeah.
That's my goal. And so I think I might go based off of what is the Branding Fashion Alliance? What is the Fashion Alliance theme?
Yeah, have it be like a kind of like a I'm trying to think of a good word, like a reawakening. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like telling our story through just us. But I think I really want to play with the runway and do some cool artwork, because I'm gonna be like kind of co-collaborating with Carlo.
Oh,
from the Art Hunger.
Sick.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of brainstorm, and I have some ideas of it, but I think I want the runway to be super impactful, almost like artistic and immersive.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, I have great plans for it, and I think with artists that we can do a whole lot without spending a whole lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, November, you and Carlo collaborating, 28 artists, and that's an event that's going to be coming together, and it's going to be happening like right over there. That's something I want to put it in my calendar so I can, if anybody asks me to work on that day, I'll say no, the day's booked. That's one of my new favorite things to do, is like put something in my calendar that isn't my job telling me to put it in my calendar.
Yeah.
Because I love putting my work stuff in my calendar, because I stay organized and I'm on time to the places I need to be, where I get to work and add value and receive compensation. Works great. I love it. But I also love putting my own things in my calendar. Yes. And then like, if work says, oh, this is a thing that could be added to your day, I could say, we may have to shift that because I got something in my calendar.
I have a show to go watch.
I have a show to go watch. Chances are my work will want to cover your show. I think the Shasta County Arts Council would love to, like, we're probably going to try and get our hands.
Well, and that's like the other part is that we're going to, since collaborating with Carlo, and it's still in the works, so it's very new. It could adapt, it could change, but we're going to use the art gallery down below.
Sick.
So, and that, I'm really wanting that to be open to other artists, and that opens the door to people, and maybe it starts with textiles, maybe something super tangible, and it just opens the door to other artists who wouldn't think that they're into fashion. And when you start to do something that's artistic and just beyond fashion, then you might get interested in it and might want to learn more.
That's kind of it. I'm trying to think of things that I've been introduced to recently that have made me want to learn more. And I know that there's, my sister. The example is actually my sister, who I was kind of living vicariously through. Her name's Charlotte, and what she just did was she made her first piece of stained glass.
Oh, cool!
And it's like hanging in her window.
Oh,
and it
that's
wasn't like she
awesome.
made like
that's badass.
Cut out one piece of stained glass. She like made like an image of sorts, and it's so cool. And she's like, I'm probably not gonna do this in my day-to-day life. She's like, but by taking a 4-week class and doing it, and just like, because she knew that for some reason stained glass was like an art form that just always caught her eye. Like we kind of grew up in churches as kids. My older sister's more so than me. And I think, those are stained glass is very prevalent in churches, but it's also prevalent in other places. But there was something about it. and she made the piece, and she's like, I'm not gonna keep doing it, but it's my favorite thing I've ever made.
So cool.
And she's made some badass
Because she probably had to
stuff.
push herself for it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you have to think different.
She said it was like really hard.
Yeah. That's cool. That's how you grow as a person.
Because
That's how you grow as an artist.
Because when I see this, it makes me go like, man, I wish I could make something super badass for myself.
And you can.
And I can't. So like if there was an opportunity to try it out, which it sounds like this gallery with its immersive nature could kind of foster that to happen for people.
And if you need equipment, the Fashion Alliance allows for people to come and rent for a day, or, you know, I think on Saturdays it's $5. You can come in. We have industrial equipment. We have a leather machine. We have sergers. We're going to get some embroidery machines in soon. We have the world you can play with for $5 for the whole day on Saturday.
Yo!
So, like, if you want to do it and you want to create something crazy and you don't have the equipment, just come on over. Call me.
Call her. At least DM you on Instagram or something, right?
Schedule a time and just come in and play around.
That's so badass. I might bring my patch project. I have a little pullover zip up little thing that has one patch on it that was purposeful because there was a hole in it, but now I have all these other patches and I want to just like cover it in them.
Yes.
And like some of the patches have like, you know, like the press on or like the iron on backs. But then I think you also want to sew them too.
Oh yeah, I iron on stuff is almost as bad as gluing something in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's some fashion no-nos that I just don't do.
I had one viewer who said iron it on first and then sew it, like iron it on to hold it in place.
You can use like stuff like Stitch Witchery and stuff that holds it into place. That makes it super easy.
Yeah.
But if you're just solely, you know, putting your faith into that, the first wash is gonna come out.
Yeah. Good.
I've seen people staple pant hems. I've seen the craziest things of people who try to do their own alterations, and it's hilarious.
My initial thought with this was I wanted to like, and I kind of still do, I want to like hand sew it in because just like I feel like that's like a very like
you
intimate,
could totally do that.
like, you know, like it's me, it's a needle, it's a thread, it's a patch, it's a shirt, and like how hard could it be? But I've never done it before, or like, maybe I have.
It's muscle
but
memory that you just gotta adapt to.
Yeah.
And once you know the muscle memory, then you know, you can have fun.
I feel like it's really funny talking to you. Like this is probably like a kid talking to someone about like doesn't like know all the words in the dictionary, and they're just like, I just know there are more words.
You just can't express what you want to feel. Well, I guess that's on me to ask questions.
Yeah, fair enough. I love saying I love the filler words. This is the kind of thing that when you aren't live and you edit, you cut out all the ums and the buts and the whatevers.
Right, try to make it perfect.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be perfect.
No way.
I'm looking at this thing and I feel like we're in this cool little space.
We are in a cool space. Your apartment is amazing, and I'm like, why am I not painting a bunch of stuff to just slap on my walls?
Look, we have another angle too.
We do.
And what's fun about this one is you can see that picture by Amanda. You can see some paintings I've done.
I love the one by Amanda. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Man, different angles. The lighting's maybe it's just the camera settings, but the lighting's a little more like we're like kind of blue. And now we're like a little more amber. This one's kind of fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It really shows everything. Amazing. Yeah, I love that Reading has so much artistry, and I mean, coming here probably like 7 years ago, it was like a zombie town.
Interesting. I got here like 3 years ago, so I'd love to hear what it was like.
Yeah, because they didn't have any of the new downtown, and you know, it was just very limited. I think your most hopping place was probably Hilltop.
Yeah. Hilltop's still cool, right?
It's still got its perks. It's just a lot more mainstream, I guess, like chain stores.
Yeah, more chains.
Where downtown is really becoming, because we're gonna have like a market down below us, right?
Yeah. Did you get the note on your door that said provide feedback on? I have
a lot of opinions.
Me too. I just want like organic grocery.
Yeah.
I just want like produce and
I want meat that
meat.
comes from local cows and local animals.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Do you know about what's the store just right
R&R
around the
Meats?
bend? Not R&R, but it would be cool if R&R was a part of that because
movement.
R&R is sick. But no, do you know the what's it called?
Is it the farm
Fresh?
farm
Fresh or something?
Yeah.
Farm. Yeah, the farm place right there.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at it yet.
I've gone in there a
need
couple
to.
times and I need to go in there more, but they're definitely with that. So that'll be cool because even if the market down here doesn't necessarily cater to entirely local, I hope they get at least a decent portion of locally sourced stuff at a price that's affordable.
Yes.
But I know that there's at least going to be other options, even just right around the bend to get even closer to the source.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you know that only 1% of the population are farmers?
1% of the
1%.
population, and
1%.
there's like a whole other 99%. Imagine if you had to every day work for your work was for 99 other people.
Yeah. And, and probably a lot of those are just like, corporation farmers. And it's just sad. But I think like if all of us had our own gardens, that would be such a game changer.
I studied like society and the environment at UC Berkeley. Oh, hold on, comments. $5. Is Abby going to talk about her painting talents? Yes, soon to be painting buddy. Absolutely.
Yeah, we are. We want to do paint nights. I think it would be so cool to have a whole group of like men and women and that we just sit and we paint weekly.
Dude.
Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, because they used to do paint nights in town, but they would charge people, and then they would just do something simple. But imagine just having a group.
I got one for you. Creative hangouts at the Art Hunger. There's on like Thursday, some Thursdays, but there's always room for more. And that's how I feel about this podcast. I'm not the only one doing it. There's plenty of people that do it, and I just know that I just don't want anyone to. I had this interesting thing happen where there was one gentleman that I knew that was arranging like a songwriters night, a night out.
Whoa.
And he'd been doing it for a couple of months. And then I got an invite from another friend that said, hey, I want to do a songwriters night somewhere. And will you come and help host it?
Would you guys just like jam out together?
Yeah. Well, where you talk about, songs, where you're at, what's going on. And then you play your songs.
That's so cool.
And so I went to the one that I was invited to, that this gentleman asked me to co-host. Joe Bowl said, hey, will you come co-host a songwriters night? And I went to it, and it was awesome. And there was a Facebook event, but then somebody that was hosting another event that Joe didn't know about was hosting a songwriters night on the same night. And he's like, what's going on? What's with all the, he's like, I just wish that the music scene wasn't so like clicky or something. Like I wish it wasn't so clicky. And I was like, I think it's actually like a miscommunication, and I highly encourage, like these two people that are leading songwriters nights to like meet up. And then of course they did, and they're good friends, and now they're like, like they talked about it. It was a simple miscommunication. So cool. And so I hear you say we need a paint night. We used to not have them and they charge for them, but I know someone that does it and they don't charge, which is a cool thing. And there's room for more of it. Yes. There's room for just painting with friends.
Because that's what art. Because I went to college originally for studio art, and one thing I miss so much is just doing art with like 25 people, and you're just like in the mood, and just everyone's working on your art for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
There's a feeling to that.
I don't think I'd love to do that. And I think the scenario where I would love to do that would probably be more tailored towards music. I'd love to be, and we've kind of been doing that with jam nights, but yeah, with art too, and yeah, it kind of feels like communal. It feels like an experience.
does.
It feels like there's like a movement
Yes.
happening.
Yeah,
when
and you
do
find
it.
your own tribe. I think we can have all separate type of groups, and I think that's what makes it cool, because certain artists are going to gravitate towards other artists, and maybe you have a group that loves to do classical old, oil painting. Maybe you have one group that's just like these wacky abstract, like, I'm going to just rage and throw paint at this canvas, and we're
Yeah.
all going to do it together.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's like, I don't know. We should bring that about.
I'm imagining like a building divided into 4 rooms with one long hallway, and you walk into one and there's paint all over the walls, and you walk into another one and there's wine and cheese and oils and like soft music playing, and every room has like a different vibe. But that's just
Yes.
a very cut and dry method.
Yeah, I want that to be a thing.
Through this door you will find.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, we get to play in Reading. That's what's fun. We get to play. I think when your last podcast, I asked you, would you live in Boston? And I loved your response on that.
It was very long, I feel like.
But
I feel
it
like it took a while to
Gave
get to
me
the
what I
answer.
needed to hear,
Yeah.
because it was, Reading is just this quaint area that is becoming more artist, like it's more localized for artists.
Yeah.
And if you want to be an artist, you can. That's like the fun part about it. You just got to give your all.
Yeah.
Like you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and then you just got to go full force into it, and then you can actually make a career in art here.
You totally can, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. Like I have a business license, guys. I like created a business so I could do like media work and content creation, and now places that need media or content or help with their websites or their just like systems, or even using, and like this is the space that the address is listed, this is the room that I dedicate, this is my office. This is my office.
Yeah, and it's an awesome office. But like unfortunately you do have to do the categories of your art field that are maybe not so sexy or appealing,
Yeah.
Maybe you gotta do the grunt work. Maybe you gotta have something that's bread and butter.
Gosh,
But at least you're still doing your art.
Exactly. And you can always keep, you're putting things in your calendar, you're working your jobs, you're towing that line, you're figuring out what you need to bring in, you're making it happen. I mean, I substitute taught and Lyft drove for about a year before, while I was making art and songs and collaborating. And then, I always going to sleep with the dream of being an artist, until now I work for nonprofits, arts agencies, and I play gigs, and I just like play in bands, and I sell paintings now. Apparently I sold one, and I'm gonna paint more. Like
It's a new avenue for you to go into.
and then I reinvest in the art that my friends are making too.
Yeah.
And just keep those channels open.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've worked for almost all the alteration shops around here. And then I did paint nights on the side. I had my little headset. I would teach a bunch of drunk people how to paint something simple. And it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And, and then, I would just do commission work on the side. And I was busy all the time. So it definitely wasn't just a 9 to 5. It was like, it was exhausting, long nighters, like you go a little insane, but that's what makes us artists.
Yeah,
that's why we're insane.
You guys want some truth? I'm tired right now, guys. I'm exhausted, but like I'm already so much happier knowing that we got this off the ground. We plugged in all the stuff, and we're chatting, because I don't know, this is art to me, man. Just
so is,
because I don't need to see you actively sewing to know that you've sewn. Like we have photos, and I'm not playing guitar, but guys, I love to play music, and I love writing songs, and I've written bad songs. I've written good songs. I'm sure you've missed a stitch or two, huh?
Gosh, I have literally taken my scissors and cut up pieces and just threw it all in the trash.
I have some pieces on the wall that are multiple canvases that I just ripped up and stuck together. Just cause.
Yes. It's okay to be angry and upset with your art pieces because they're not going to be good every single time, and everything's a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yo, well, I appreciate everybody that's in the chat right now. Feel free to say hi. We love that you're tuning on with us. This is the Reading Sound. We're making sounds in Reading.
Yeah. Making movements and sounds.
Woohoo! We talked about diversity because we jumped into the diversity of work, but I also want to talk about diversity and just like inclusion. I feel like I need to be better with diversity. I'm definitely, I've had women and men on this show, but there's a lot of other different types of people out there that identify outside of those two very simple categories that just are pretty blanket statement and lack a lot of nuance of what it means to be a human yourself.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, I am Daniel. I am man. That doesn't really describe me very much. I choose that one just to kind of leave space for folks that can't take the identity of man as easily as I can, but it really doesn't do a good job describing me.
Oh, no. We're so complex as humans. Like, we're literally mythical creatures.
Yeah. I'd love to have I look forward to having as diverse as possible of Reading artists, North State artists, any artists that are in Reading that want to make noise through a microphone with your voice or anything else.
You should get people who do like tattoos or, maybe something taboo.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Taboo?
Taboo. I mean, I would still say, it's a bit more popular now, tattoos, but it's still a taboo thing,
Yeah.
Something so permanent.
It is permanent. Yeah, I was watching an SNL skit where they were pretending to do a Broadway show, and they were like making fun of like musicals, as anybody should do. And they had one of the SNL actresses was playing like a Broadway actress, and she had tattoos.
Oh, wow.
And I thought,
wow, that's different.
But like as an SNL actress, it would make complete sense to have tattoos.
Right.
But as soon as I let myself believe that they were showing us a Broadway show, even though it was a joke, I was like, something's off about this actress. And it was the fact that like she was playing a princess and had tattoos. And I was like, and it just made me so scared to get them again, just because I know like if I had done the Elephant Man, it kind of probably would have been weird if I had a tattoo.
If you had full sleeves, a full like covered body.
Yeah, and like obviously we can break down that barrier and make it not weird, but I feel like that was never something that had to even be discussed. But I love tattoos, and I think people that I love hanging out with people that have them and like asking them all about them and stuff like that.
It's crazy. I have two, and I stare at them some days, and some days I'm just like, I'm gonna panic. I need these off my body right now.
Really?
Like, I can't imagine people who are like fully covered. I would think I would panic and get claustrophobic in my own skin.
Oh my goodness. Tearing off your own skin.
Yeah. I don't like permanent things. I like to be in the flow. And so it's strange to have something that I guess is forever constant.
Hey, Brandon, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Amanda, full-sleeved Elephant
Man. That's my
Man.
man.
Oh, that's your man? Cool. Love it. Yeah, Brandon was hanging with us for a while there. So shout out Brandon. Thanks for
the support. I love it. This is exciting.
Yes. Oh, sometimes the chat throws me off in a good way. Like I like to like check on it to make sure I'm not missing anything, and then as soon as I respond, I'm like, where were we? Yeah,
you get kind of lodged into a whole different universe, and then you have to come back into this universe, and then when it's really bumping, or like if I just like have something to talk about, it's like I'm gonna talk for 10 minutes about this topic. I love a good chat interaction and just kind of
dropping those things in as
Yes.
they go. Today we're nice and slow in the chat. You know, I think initial stream excitement is tampering down, but overall stream excitedness about what this means for me and what it offers, just to set aside time and hang out. I'm talking about hanging out instead of hanging out. What does hanging out even look like?
Oh, it can look all different ways.
Like this?
You know, some people want something extravagant. They want to go places. Some people just want to lounge on the couch. Some people, you know, hanging out is all different categories.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, I hung out in Boston for a week. We can have a friend come over, watch a movie. Sometimes when you want to watch a movie, you end up just talking over the movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes the movie is just an excuse to get into the same room with someone that you love, care about, or want to see.
It's true. Just being in the present with people.
Yeah.
That's what I think hanging out is.
That's all it is. It's just
Yeah.
it's just figuring out a way to get in the room. And luckily, like, because I do a lot of like radio for work and stuff. But what I like about this is, since there's really no rules, it's just kind of like you and me and
Having a conversation.
It kind of takes the pressure off, especially if I don't really feel like I need to impress anyone. And right now, I don't really feel like I have to impress anybody. I just feel like I need to take care of myself and keep doing what I love consistently.
And people want to see you.
And I've gotten enough positive feedback from the people that care about me that I know for certain that, like, my friends like want me to succeed, and they're gonna help me out, and you guys already are just by like hanging out in the chat. Brandon, oh, thank you. He said really liked your performance in Elephant Man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like this, I don't think I really have anybody that I'm trying to impress. I'm just trying to like be present and have a good time. And I've even felt during this stream, my mind is like because time is so relative and stuff, and like we keep finding our way back into this conversation, but I'm really just like, I don't know, like the Elephant Man, for example, was like, there was moments where it was just like the pinnacle of all artistic expression that I've ever done. And like, yeah, maybe that was just my opinion. There was a lot of nice things said, but like, I know that, you know, with preparation and time, those things will come again. And I don't know. I feel like I've done enough impressing. I feel like I've done enough impressing and trying to prove that I'm
Right.
that
Convince somebody or something.
Yeah, because being new here, you know, and just being me, and I don't necessarily think that the way I interpret the world comes anywhere close to anybody else, but like, you know, I'd been gigging for a couple years, and then someone made a comment, you know, when I booked like a decent one, like, oh, it's nice to see he's finally getting out there. And it's like, I feel like I've been out there.
I've been out there. Sorry, you
But-
just tuned in.
Yeah, it's like, I've been out there, and I kind of am getting to the point where I kind of just want to let go of that need for other people to validate it, and instead just relax and collaborate.
Oh, for real.
Let the art speak for itself.
Well, that's why I love the fashion, because it's like, I want to, and I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. If I'm like, wake up one day, I'm like, I want to wear something super crazy that turns heads. Even if I'm just going to the coffee shop or something. And even when I do get all dolled up, dressed up, maybe to go to the vault with the friends, you know, sick. I'll be wearing my platform boots, something crazy and wild, and I'll go down the elevator, and there'll be like maybe a 10-year-old girl that just looks at me, her jaw drops like, I can look like that? And it's like, yes, you can. There are no rules of how you can look. You can wear whatever you want and feel confident.
I felt so confident the first time I bought a woman's jacket, a jacket out of the woman's section at Goodwill, and I was like, it was all flowery and cool. And now it's like, as soon as I go there, I'm like, that's the first section. I'm like, cool flowery
You
women's
never know what you
jackets.
can find.
And then I
Don't
just
limit yourself.
And then I just go from there.
Yeah.
And people comment on. My fashion is definitely a little more curated and sporadic, just like anything with cool colors that like fits me. I like to push that boundary. I feel like I've pushed it enough in the workplace and in my day-to-day surroundings that I can go out wearing something that just, catches an eye. And I've seen other people start doing it. Like I had a friend, like I wore a corduroy jacket for like 6 months straight, and people liked it, and all of a sudden like friend bought a corduroy something or whatever, and he was like, yeah, it made me think of and I was like, yeah, we can do whatever we want and
do whatever you
want. We can wear a squirrel shirt. I got this from the Lockamies, and
oh, that's awesome. They know you.
Yeah, Tyler will be on tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, I worked for Tyler.
Yeah, you did.
He came to the Fashion Lines scouting for someone to be a seamstress, and that was a lot of fun. That was my first, I wanted to go into film. That's what originally I wanted to go to school for. So that was just incredible. And yeah, long hours, and you go a little insane, and you watch people break left and right. But then if you could just hold on to your sanity of whatever you got left, you can create some incredible artwork while little to no sleep or functioning. It's as a collaborative, like a beehive.
It's the whole idea of creativity within restraint, Sometimes it can be really hard when you have the entire world at your fingertips, and it's like, well, where do I even begin? But sometimes when it's like, hey, here's a project, hey, here's the amount of time we have, we need it done by here.
It's 6 a.m. Costume designer calls, can you make this cape in 2 hours before we go on set? Sure. And you just make it in a trailer that's this big, and you're trying to cut out pattern pieces.
But you got it done, right?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Because I'm fueled on that rush. I am fueled on if I have a timeline, I'm at it. I go for it. And I think that's what I really liked about the movies, was that there was time limits, and you were expected to be somewhere doing something, and it would all function and flow right, and it was cool to watch it come together. I just wish I could be on the editing side of it while seeing it all be together and then editing. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to hang out with the director much, Michael?
Oh, he was wild. He was such a weird creature.
Yeah, he's super cool. I actually got to spend Thanksgiving with him this year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
he's so funny. He's such a strange person. I love it.
I believe it was Thanksgiving, and we stayed up. Yeah, he was strange. We stayed up late at the Lockamies, and we played music. I played songs. He played songs.
Oh, cool.
We had a cajon. We were just jamming along with each other, and it was cool. And yeah, he's doing all the editing. And they've outsourced, I think, some CGI, and they've outsourced some things where it's small.
Yeah.
And Tyler's helped with a lot of the keyframing and taking each frame and cutting out parts that need to be cut out by hand.
It's an impressive thing.
But Michael's handling, I think, most of the editing. And I can't wait to see the Dresden Sun.
I can't wait for it.
Hopefully, we'll probably talk to Tyler about it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear what his journey. He was a producer, right? That was his main thing.
Yeah, he's a producer on that.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But he kept his cool the entire time. There were some people who broke, but Tyler always stayed consistent. And I really appreciated it, and helped me keep myself sound.
Yeah, I feel like he's a really great presence. When he's sound, things are okay. I felt that way acting with him, and he gets to that point and he maintains it. He does not let you down.
Yeah,
And like if he
cool.
ever has like a moment where like, you know, he goes up on a line or something, talking to him afterwards about it, it's very like, it's not like he's ever doing it on like purpose, and he doesn't like take a mistake and like let it go. He like works on it. Like that guy works harder than most people I've worked with. That's why I love acting with him so much. I think that's why
it's admirable.
we've so enjoyed being in shows together. I can't wait to talk to him.
I'm excited to see it.
Oh,
yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's home.
Gosh, that's tomorrow. I have a good present for him too.
I wish I can ask what it is, but I know and just spoil it.
It's so good. It's so good. I love presents. Well, hey there in the chat. I imagine we're getting close-ish to the end here. But thank you for tuning in. And if you're with us, if you have any questions for Abby, she's a fashion designer, costumer, interim executive director of the Reading Fashion Alliance. She's got a cool show coming up in November with like 28 different designers. She's been just working on a bunch of stuff. We pulled up old photos of pieces and plays, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So while you got us for a second longer, let us know what's up. I'm getting squirmy in my chair though, guys.
Yeah, I'm about to go drink this wine.
Yes, that's so good. Diversity. Oh, guys, breaking news. Wa-na-na-na. I found a guest. So my guest for Wednesday is Jordan McLaughlin. He agreed to be on the show, and he writes songs that
cool.
sound like this. And I'm excited to hear songs that sound like this.
You hit me with last night.
It's like full band stuff. I want to hear Abby's life story, the original story, the origin story of Abby.
Well, I was a band nerd, and I was just a nerd growing up.
Really? Let's hear more about it. How do you describe being a nerd? Like,
I mean, I was the artist nerd, so I wasn't book smart. I have like dyslexia, and it's hard for me to do a lot of book smart stuff. But I did art, I did band, I was the president of the band club. I went to band camp.
and
I thrived off of really challenging arts. And when I started to do fashion, I had no idea about it. And I was 17 when I picked it up. And it was just, I really wanted to be a fashion designer since I was like 10. But
so prior to 17, it was more band, music, art,
yeah,
geeking out.
Just enjoying art itself and the complexity that it would do.
So cool.
But then probably from like my young childhood up till 10, I wanted to be a cage fighter. I had my heart set on being a cage fighter.
I don't know why that tracks so much. That tracks like an insane amount.
So the only things I've ever wanted to be was a cage fighter and a fashion designer, and fashion designer won.
That one won. I think that might be for the best. Not that you wouldn't be able to hang in the ring, but
I don't think I would.
Come on. I bet on you. It just depends on who we match you up against.
I mean, maybe I could do the wrestling where they act.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was an actor. I did theater as well. I was the vice president of the theater club, and I miss acting, actually. But I think I could definitely do what is it called? Like WW?
Yeah, WWE or
yeah,
F or whatever.
That would be so much fun. Axiom should do something like that.
Dude, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I was actually kind of thinking about it. There's a really good movie that came out called The Iron Claw, and it had like Zac Efron in it. It came out like a few months ago.
Cool.
And it talks about like a famous family that was in that, you know, style of wrestling, and it's a damn good movie because I know we make jokes about it, but the people that were successful in it, it was like how can you be successful, like the championship doesn't even count, like it's like it doesn't even exist, and he's like, it's just like any other job, you earn the championship by being like the most entertaining like actor on the thing.
This should happen. We should all fight each other.
Yeah,
on staged organized fights.
Literally, what's funny, and it's not because you're here, but the first thing that comes to mind when I think about that is the costumes.
Yes.
It's the most important part of the wrestler, how they look.
Okay, Nancy Hill, this is our next thing that we're going to bring to you.
We're doing like show wrestling. We're gonna build a stage with the little what are the ropes on the side of the ring that you like bounce off of?
Who wants to fight me? Any out there that want to fight me?
Yeah, you're like the show starts, but like you're already the champion. Like we pretend like it's existed forever, and the reigning champion.
Oh my god!
What was your crazy fashion name like back in the day? You said you had like a fake. This was like from a different show. You told me about like a name that you went by.
I mean, it's always been AJ Young.
No, like not
What
like
are
a
you talking
business. Like you like dressed up in an outfit for an event at one point, and you had like a fake name that you entered in as.
Oh, did I? Brain process.
It was like maniacal Mary or something.
Did I?
No,
I don't remember this.
I thought we had talked about it, but
Oh
I
my
was trying to think
gosh.
about what your wrestling name would be.
Oh, it probably hit me, but oh gosh, yeah, my wrestling name. I don't even know what my entity would be. Like, oh gosh, I have to really think about that. Okay,
I can't think about mine.
I think everyone at Axiom who's ever acted has to think about their wrestling name, and this needs to be a thing.
I think so. I think we need to make like wrestling cards for everybody that's in the show. Cage Fighter, I want to see Kaz and Sam Reed in the ring first. That's such a weird request, but it's like,
that would be hilarious. Oh, Sam Reed, I would totally be into the wrestling match. Oh, he would be so into it.
Oh, that would be really entertaining. That would be really entertaining. Kaz, Sam, if you ever find your
Kaz
way
is awesome too. He would totally.
Oh, you guys would kill it.
Oh, okay, that's gonna happen.
They would absolutely kill it.
It's too good.
It's nice looking at my phone and like not seeing anything that commands my attention. Like it's all just like general notifications.
I wish I can delete everything and just live in existence.
Alas.
But then we have things like this that it's like, that's why we keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what else do we got? You got anything coming up? You got anything you want to talk about?
I think, well, the other event that I'm going to do for the Fashion Alliance is the Tea Party.
When's that?
It's going to be in May for Mother's Day, May 11th.
Oh, that's like coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be at the Eaton House Museum.
I love it.
It's going to be in the backyard. It's going to be quaint. We're going to have like servers that are going to be classically trained in etiquette.
Oh, what's the cost of admission?
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Okay.
But that will come up soon.
Do you know? Okay, I'm going to ask so many questions. Probably not. Just one more. How many people do you think you're going to fit? Like, do you have like a
Probably I'm going to guess 50 tops.
Okay.
So I'm going to go there Wednesday and kind of take measurements, map it out, and then really start on ordering all the stuff for the event.
Is this open to the public?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go on Eventbrite, get tickets. So I'll probably have the link up on Reading Fashion Alliance.
I think
if you can follow on Facebook.
50 people. That's probably gonna sell out. Just because like I know.
Oh yeah,
like,
everyone and their mom will be there, literally.
Reading events, 50-person house, especially one that like sounds cool like that.
And dress up. It's like a dress up thing. So we're all, if you have Victorian wear it. I'm gonna be dressed up.
Sick.
All the servers are gonna be dressed up.
I can't wait to see the photos or go. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. When I have musicians on, I'm like, you want to play a song now?
I thought about that and I was like, I'm not going to sing for him. I can't sing. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. That's like a very quick way
I
to
should have
just...
brought my piccolo.
Oh, you shoulda. I mean, we can like
shoulda.
watch videos
Shoulda,
of
coulda,
people
woulda.
playing piccolo.
I think I have a picture of me on Facebook from a long time ago, my piccolo playing.
See,
I had like a bob that was like a bowl cut.
Guys, this one's on me. My research, I usually dig pretty deep, and we did some moderate digging today, but luckily we had Amanda asking the hard-hitting questions, which made us dig deep, like what was baby Abby up to, and she was making art, obviously.
Because one time at band camp.
And we listened to a song by Self Doubt, which features Jordan McLaughlin, who's going to be on Wednesday, probably 5:30. Tyler Lockamy is going to be on tomorrow. We've got 9 hearts today because we're feeling good.
Feeling so good.
And it was an absolutely beautiful day. I hope I didn't cut your evening short and take you out of the sun.
Oh, no, I went walking. Remember, I walk everywhere now.
Yeah, so you got your sun in today. What do you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
You're working.
lots of meetings and working and yeah.
Meetings. I love
know.
that.
I need a good power suit to wear to all my meetings.
You're wearing it.
This is it.
You're wearing it. Tomorrow I have a radio interview.
Ooh.
And just a lot of like cleaning up, putting stuff together. I'm working on some contracts, guys. We got work to do, but guess what? When work's over and we're done and we'll go back tomorrow, but right now you got a bottle of wine to go home and drink.
Straight chilling.
Sick. I think I'll figure out something to do for the evening, my friends. But it's been an absolute blast. We did a new camera angle today, which was like very straight on. Let me know if you like the new camera angle. Let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. Tomorrow we have Tyler on the show, so if you have any questions you want to ask him, tea party. Will Nancy let me borrow Mrs. Kendall dress for the tea party? That's all you. That's all you.
I feel like she totally should.
She probably should, right? It was specifically tailored for you. And you didn't spill any cranberry juice on it. Wait, what were we drinking? We were drinking like cran raspberry juice.
Impressive.
It was good. It was good. I love like drinking liquids on stage, especially like fake wine because it's like a juice. Oh, there's nothing better than just like acting on stage and you get to like drink a sugary juice.
Just sipping away.
Sipping away. I feel like I've turned this into like a very long outro, Abby, because like I'm trying to wrap it up, but I also I'm just glad you were here, and it's not like I'm trying to hold on to you because I'm like I'm gonna miss you, but I am gonna miss you. You're wonderful, and I look forward to the future and all of our overlapping collaborations that I'm sure will happen.
Absolutely.
If I ever put out an album, I'd love to have you dress me for whatever
please let me
whatever
do that.
photo shoots or music videos
we can start
do.
with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And ideally we all get paid if we do it right. I think you're stepping into a role where, you're going to try and, start figuring out the ebb and flow of all the kind of transactional stuff as well. Mm-hmm. And I think that's been a big part of what's helped me is I've kind of realized, the importance of funding when it comes to projects and also figuring out how to make projects with absolutely zero funding. In fact, I lose money on this, guys. I'm buying stuff for people and giving stuff away and just like picking up new pieces of equipment to fill in gaps. And so, finding that balance of figure out a way to make the art. You can take a stick and draw in the dirt, like you could start right now. But also money's important, especially when you start working in the nonprofit realm or the business realm, or you're trying to, like turn something like this into something that actually has a return on investment. There's a lot more work to do there.
Yeah. You got to make hard decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
and then shift things.
It's kind of interesting because I look at us and I feel like we're both kind of young, but then I also think about when I was, 10 or 20, looking at I'm 27, almost 30. It's like, but there's some people that think we're old, and before long we will just objectively be old, and it won't be like a new thing like, oh, you're the boss. It's like when you're old and you're still working and you've proven that like you can make it happen, eventually you like find yourself in those leadership positions, and at a certain point it's not going to feel weird. Like I feel like at a certain point I won't have imposter syndrome. Like sometimes when I get like what feels like a promotion, or like I'm in charge of a group of people, I can get a little bit of imposter syndrome. But then when I'm like really confident in what I know, having those meetings is like actually super empowering and cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what the fun part is with the nonprofit, is that it's not self-gain. It's for the public. It's for the makers. It is not for me. It is not for an organization. It is for the people.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to a friend about just like our democracy the other day, like an older gentleman, like the father of a friend. And man, we were just talking about how these systems work and how our representatives should be representing, the majority of the population and stuff like that. And like, it's interesting because, once you're in that boss role, it's like, there's a great Grateful Dead lyric that says, to lead must follow. And it's like, if you're a leader, I feel like the best leaders just sort of follow the collective good of their constituents. Like being a leader doesn't mean you have to do all the work and tell everybody what to do.
Yeah. You allow the people to say what they want to do.
And you sort of,
and they do it,
and you just sort of foster things to move in like what you perceive to be a positive direction. And you just have to hope that your leaders, their version of positive like actually comes through. And I get really good vibes off of you, my friend. I get like, I'm like, yeah. Cute. Yeah, let's do fashion. Show us what you got.
I'm excited. I think this gala is going to be super forward. So
in November?
Yep. Just wait for it. Watch it. Yeah.
Okay, well, one final glance back at the chat. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it.
You.
I say we say catch you later. I'm going to find a catch you later song to play us out. I think we do this new tune by Cleveland Bonet and Greg Takamoto from their project they released called Like Ear Candy. And this song is aptly titled The Long Walk Home. Abby, are you ready for your so long walk home?
Down the hallway, up the elevator, down the other hallway.
Oh, this has been good.
Yeah, it's been really good. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now we fade into the abyss. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.